Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. Tarun Gupta, Associate Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, GL Bajaj Institute of Technology and Management, Greater Noida. Today we start the fourth lecture of Unit 1 of Automation and Robotics, whose syllabus is given by AKTU. The syllabus is same. The first topic which we will discuss today is basic component of hydraulic system. Dear students, as you know, hydraulic system are power transmitting assemblies employing pressurized liquid as a fluid for transmitting energy from energy generating source to an energy using point to accomplish the useful work. Here in this diagram, you can see the basic component of the hydraulic system. See, you can see hydraulic actuator is used. It is a device which convert fluid power into mechanical power for doing the useful work. A hydraulic pump is used which force the fluid from reservoir to the rest of the hydraulic circuit by converting mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. Then valves are used to control the direction, pressure, and rate of flow of the fluid to the circuit. External power is supplied to the motor which operate or which drive the pump. A reservoir is used to hold the hydraulic liquid. In most of the cases, it is hydraulic oil. Various piping system carries the hydraulic oil from one place to other place. There is a filter. You can see there is a filter which is used to remove any foreign particle or impurities in the fluid system and keep the oil, hydraulic oil, clean and this fluid system efficient. It also avoid damage to the pipeline, to the pump, regulator, valves, etc. by keeping the foreign particles away from the pipeline. There is a pressure regulator which is used to maintain the required level of the pressure in hydraulic system. Friends, in this diagram you can see the pipeline which is showing here is a closed loop pipeline system. So this diagram is a closed loop diagram in which case fluid transfer or a oil transfer from the hydraulic tank to the workstation and then it come back to the oil. So there is no wastage of the oil. Let's remember, there is no wastage of the oil. If fluid pressure exceed the required level, then excess fluid return back to the tank from this valve. So this system remains safe whenever we are using pressure regulator. Also, we are using some safety devices also. Friends, now we discuss the working of this hydraulic component. In this case, you can see there is a actuator where we have to uplift the load or we have to down the load. So both the work are done. Upliftment and downward movement is done with the help of hydraulic system, with the help of hydraulic power. We have just to change the position of the valve. See, here there are three positions are shown, position 1, 2 and 3. We have mentioned 1 means off, 2 means forward direction. Forward means the movement of this load is upward and 3 means return, means the movement of this load is downward. So we have to change the position as per our requirement. Friends, when this system, this piston is at or this you can say this position of the valve is at position 1, there is no power supply from motor to pump. So pump is stationary and and there is no movement of the hydraulic oil. Now, as and when we have to uplift the load, so we put the position of this lever at point. When we uh, move it to point 2, the motor operate the pump, and pump lift the hydraulic oil through the filter and supply it through the pressure regulator, and then to the bottom of the actuator. And the hydraulic oil which is filled at top side of this actuator come back through this pipeline, and then this pipeline to the hydraulic oil, and load will move upside. Whenever we have to down the load, we keep the position of the lever at position 3, and when we keep the lever at position 3, again motor will operate the pump. The pump will lift the hydraulic oil through filter and pressure regulator and supply it from this way. The position of valve will change. It supply it from this way. So in this portion, the pressurized hydraulic oil in add, so the movement of this piston is downward, and the oil which is filled below the piston move from this pipeline to the hydraulic reservoir. So this is the working of the hydraulic system. In most of the cases, all the hydraulic systems are closed loop, because oil is costly, and it is not possible for anyone to waste the oil or to add the oil every time. So in most of the cases, this hydraulic system makes closed loop system. Now, what are the advantages of hydraulic system? Means why we want to use hydraulic system. See, every system has its own merits and demerits. It depending on the application which we want to perform. Let's say at present hydraulics are mostly used because they can effectively transfer the energy, or you can say power, to remote location with less moving parts and high efficiency. Whenever you are using hydraulic system, the moving parts are very less, because all the work has to be done with the help of hydraulic oil. So whenever there is less number of parts, so less wear and tear, and you can say there is more high frequency. A hydraulic system is characterized as an easy, flexible system with agile movement. We can discuss the advantage of the hydraulic system. See, the first advantage is hydraulic systems are easy to control and accurate, because a system operator can easily start, stop, accelerate, and slow down the system using simple levers and push buttons. This is the most beautiful advantage, that no more force has to be applied to operate the hydraulic system. Just you have to operate a simple lever. You can see in JCB machines, there we are using hydraulic systems. So in those cases, operator are just operating the levers, which even can so less force is required to operate the lever, that a kid can also operate those lever. So you can think about the force required to operate the lever, right? So they can easily start, they can easily stop, accelerate, and slow down. Hydraulic systems are simple and easier to maintain because this system has very less moving parts. Friends, I told you, whenever we are using hydraulic systems, all the work has to be done with the help of hydraulic oil. So friends, there are very less moving parts. You only and only you have to use the pressurized pipelines which can withstand the pressure. Only hydraulic system can deliver constant torque or force regardless of speed change. See, hydraulic system are able to deliver the constant force. They are easy to spot leakage of hydraulic system. Whenever there is a leakage of the hydraulic system, the oil will come out. So we can easily find out the point of the leakage, which can be easily repaired. Central lubrication system that automatically lubricate and protect the right point. So in most of the cases we are using a central lubrication system where all the pump are operated by a central lever, so they can lubricate and protect the right point. A large amount of power can be transmitted through the hydraulic system using small flexible hoses and tubes. Friends, I told you you have to use pipes or tubes or hoses which can withstand the pressure. So you can transmit large amount of power just by using hose and tubes. So there is no more motors are required. There is no more moving parts, rotating parts, reciprocating parts are required. These systems do not cause spark, so these systems are safe to use in chemical plants and mines. Friends, we can use hydraulic oils which are not flammable. So these systems do not respond to the spark, so they are very much safe in chemical plants and in minings or where there is chances of fire. Hydraulic system have the ability to maintain its viscosity of airworthiness, its density, and the temperature of the fluid in a very hot environment. Friends, for hydraulic system, we can choose the oil as per our requirement. So most of the hydraulic oil are able to maintain its viscosity, density at high temperature, and they are very less responsive to higher temperature. You can see we are using various oils which can even work at more than 200 degrees Celsius. So there is no problem of temperature. At high temperature, even we can use these hydraulic systems. Hydraulic power can be easily transmitted through flexible or varying lines. Friends, very less space is required to transmit hydraulic power. Only hoses and pipelines are required, and also those are flexible. So you can easily transmit the power. The amount of force on the driving system can be adjusted with force multiplication. Friends, you can increase or decrease the amount of force by adjusting the force multiplication. Hydraulic component allow micrometric speed variation, so we can vary the speed, minimize undesirable noises. In a hydraulic system there is no noise. They are easy to repair. Major machines in hydraulic like hydraulic ram, direction control, valve, gear pump and motors. So there are so many advantages of the hydraulic system. Due to these advantages, hydraulic systems are most used in industry. It doesn't mean that pneumatic system are not used in industry. It depends on application to application. When there are advantages of the hydraulic system, there are few disadvantages of the hydraulic system. That hydraulic fluid are the main requirement of any hydraulic system. So leakage of these fluids will create environment problem and safety issue. And if hydraulic fluid is leak and we are not taking care for that leakage, then definite the efficiency of the system goes down or pressure of the system will goes down. Contaminants present in the hydraulic fluid will damage the system performance and productivity, and it require continuous filtration, as well as you have to change the filter with some interval of the time. Otherwise, the contamination in the hydraulic system will damage the system. Wrong selection of hydraulic fluid for a system will damage the component. So you have to select the proper oil. Proper maintenance is required. So you have to maintain it time to time. Otherwise, the system will damage. And instead of giving you advantage or efficient working, there will be very high costing. So you have to remember timely maintenance You have to remember timely change of the filter. You have to remember for right selection of the hydraulic oil. You have to check the oil leakage time to time. Friends, now we discuss about the pneumatic system. I told you pneumatic means the word comes from the Greek word pneuma. Pneuma means air. So whenever we are using pneumatic system, we are using compressed air. A pneumatic system carries power by using compressed air, or sometimes we can use compressed gas also for transmitting the energy from energy generating source to energy using point. Right. In this diagram, you can see a pneumatic system. You can see in this case there is no such reservoir. Every time we are taking air from the atmosphere with the help of air filter, and the compressed air is stored in the air compressor. You can see the function of various components. There is air actuator. The actuator convert the pneumatic power, or you can say fluid power, into mechanical power for performing some useful work. There is one compressor. You can see there is one compressor which is connected with the motor. So compressor is used to compress the fresh air taken from the atmospheric through filter, right? There is storage also. There is a storage also. You can see here there is a storage also. So here we store the compressed air, and this storage comes the air in the storage reservoir comes from the air compressor through the air cooler. So air cooler reduce the temperature, not the pressure. It maintain the pressure. So constant pressure process is used here in the air cooler. We just reduce the temperature, and from this storage reservoir, the air goes to the valve. There is a valve, direction control valve. You can see three positions are shown: 1, 2, 3. 1 means off, 2 means forward, 3 means return, as we discussed in previous case. And external power supplied to the motor which operate the compressor. And there is a pipeline. This pipeline is used to supply the compressed air to the air actuator. This pipeline should be strong to sustain the air pressure. Right now, see, air is withdrawn from the atmospheric through the air filter. This compressor is used to withdraw or to suck the air. See, air filter is used so that if there is any foreign particle in the air, we can stop it there. So no foreign particle enter into the compressor, because foreign particle or dust particle can damage the system. After compressing the air, this air is passed through the air cooler, which is a constant pressure process where we reduce the temperature of the air, keeping pressure constant. So that high pressure air is stored in a storage reservoir. Now there is a capacity of the storage reservoir. As and when that capacity reach, so uh, that capacity reach, there is a signal to the pressure switch, and that pressure switch will stop the motor, will cut down the power supply. So this is, you can say, this is safety valve, safety process. Now whenever we want to use the air, initially the lever is at one position. So whenever we want to we want to upload the load, so in that case we move the piston at position number 2. So when we keep the piston at lever at position number 2, the compressed air from the storage reservoir comes to the valve, and then it move to bottom side of the piston, so that this load can uplift on the upper side, and the air which is present on the top side of the piston will move from this pipeline to this pipeline and to the atmosphere. So every time the air is not come back to the storage reservoir every time this air is released into the atmosphere. So now whenever we have to down the load, we keep the lever on position number 3, so the air from the compressed air or from the storage move through this path through the pipeline and enter at the top side of the piston. Now this compressed air will try to move the piston in downward direction. Now the air which is present at the bottom side of the piston is come out through these pipelines, and then we release it into the air. So every time we take the fresh air for compression and we release the air into the atmospheric after working. Now there are various advantages of the pneumatic system which make it economical and useful for our purpose. One of the main reason why a pneumatic system is mostly used in industrial equipment is that it is very much safe. There is no oil, so it is very much safe. Even in case of leakage, there is no chances of the slippage or no chance of the dirt. It does not drive power or energy from the electricity. So a pneumatic system will not produce spark that could ignite gases and cause fire or explosion. Mining equipment, factory equipment, hazardous working environments are the main application point of view for pneumatic system. Second one is, here the raw material is air, which is almost available at free of cost in the atmosphere, and it is available in large quantity. Here we are not saying that we have to use some particular type of gas. We are in most of the cases we are using air and we are compressing the air. So the use of this is infinite. A pneumatic system use compressed air which automatically keeping instrument clean and free from contaminant that damage and prevent the system from working. See, in the pneumatic system we are using air filter. These air filter are capable to keep the foreign particles away from the system. There is no other there is no other working medium other than air. So this system is clean and free from contaminants, so there is very less damage. A pneumatic system is very easy to maintain and very easy to use. Pneumatic systems are suitable for working environment which are exposed to the radiations and which are exposed to very high temperature, so which make pneumatic system most used system. A pneumatic system can also use other type of compressed air if we want. This is the special benefit of the application where natural gas is the power source. Compressed natural gas may be used as alternative power source for the pneumatic system. Most used pneumatic system are practical because it transmit speed and there is efficient power source. Pneumatic system are most used in transfer lines, in assembly lines, in tightening nut and bolts. Even you can see whenever you are going to change the tire of a car, so the mechanic used pneumatic guns or pneumatic fastener tight or losing gun. Where when there is a high advantage of the pneumatic system, there are some disadvantages also. That the one disadvantage is that a pneumatic device is sensitive to extreme change in temperature as well as vibrations. So where we are using pneumatic device, there should not be very high or very low temperature, and there should not be very high vibrations. Compressed air is more expensive than electricity because we are compressing the air with the help of electricity, right? So whenever there is a transformation or there is a change, so efficiency is always less than 100%. It can never be 100%. So compressed air is costly than electricity. So compressed air should be used only when there is no use of the electricity, when we cannot electricity direct. It is essential to ensure that there is no leakage in the pneumatic system because compressed air escape lead to energy loss. So this is one of the drawback. If there is any leakage in the compressed system, the compressed air will come out and it will resolve in the atmosphere. So that is direct loss. Pneumatic systems are known for making a loud noise. As a solution, we can install a silencer in every dump line. See, we are using compressor for compressing the air. So as and when we use compressor, there is a noise. So either we have to use a silencer, or in industry what we are doing, we are making a compressor division, and we kept all the compressor in a single room which is far away from the assembly lines or from the point where worker or worker are doing work. So with the help of pipeline, we supply this compressed air. Installation cost increase when the instrument requires special pipelines. So in case of pneumatic, we have to use special pipelines which can sustain high pressure. So the cost increase for laying these pipelines. Pneumatic systems are not upgradable because compatible with smart electronics. So it is not possible to upgrade the pneumatic systems. So these are few disadvantages of the pneumatic system. Whenever we are having disadvantage and advantage, there are some challenges of the working with pneumatic systems, right? So we can see the challenges. A pneumatic device is sensitive to extreme change in temperature as well as vibration, which was disadvantages also. So in these cases you have to use either thermal insulation system, or you have to design some other system. We know compressed air is most expensive than electricity, so this is our challenge, how to reduce the cost of the production. So you have to use the compressed air only when when there is no use of the electricity. Every time you have to check the pipelines for the leakage, because if there is any leakage, compressed air will comes out. So every time you have to check the leakage, at least in eh, every day you have to check leakage, and if there is any leakage you have to repair it as early as possible, right? Now I told you pneumatic system are used, whenever we are using pneumatic system, they are creating a good noise. So you have to capture that noise either by using silencer or by keeping all the compressors away from the pipeline. So whenever you are keeping away from the assembly line, or you are using a silencer, it is an extra burden to the company. It gives you addition in the cost, so you have to bear that, right? Now whenever you are using high pressure, so you have to use some special pipelines which can sustain that high pressure. So you have, so that cost is extra. So all these costs are mostly reflected in the product. So you have to take care whether the cost of the product is more or less. If your cost of the product is more, then definitely you will be out from the market. So you have to take care about all these things, right? Now we can have the comparison between hydraulic system and pneumatic system. See, here I am not saying that hydraulic system are less efficient or pneumatic system are less efficient, or we can say I am not saying that we cannot use hydraulic system or we cannot use pneumatic system. See, both system are good, but the working conditions, the application point differ from application to application. So you have to select hydraulic system or pneumatic system in very careful manner, right? See, there are many applications, many difference in the hydraulic system and the pneumatic system. Few of them are listed here. You can see in the hydraulic system, we are using a pressurized fluid, liquid as a fluid. See, in a hydraulic system, in most of the cases, we are using oil. In some cases, we are using water also, right? But the conditions for that, the liquid we are using here or the oil we are using here, that should be incompressible. Means the oil or the water, whatever we are using, that should not compress, or you can say the density of that oil must remain same. While in case of pneumatic system, we are using the air which is compressible, and the density of the air change as and when we compress it, right? Though oil and air both are fluid, but whenever we are using oil, it is known as hydraulic system. We are using air, it is known as pneumatic system. An oil hydraulic system operates at a pressure up to 700 bar, which is a huge pressure. Remember, which is a huge pressure. So whenever you are using this huge pressure, so you have to uh, use special pipelines and special equipment to sustain such high pressure. While a pneumatic system is used only at 5 to 10 bar pressure, again this pressure is very high, but it is comparatively less than the hydraulic system. In most of the cases, hydraulic systems are designed as closed loop system where hydraulic oil come back to the reservoir, oil reservoir. So every time you are taking the oil from that reservoir, and after using or after performing the useful work, that oil come back to the hydraulic reservoir. So this is a closed loop system. But in case of pneumatic system, we are using a open system. Every time we are taking the air from the atmospheric, which is a large unlimited reservoir, and after using or after performing useful work, we release the compressed air into the atmosphere. The system slow down when leakage occur. See, if there is any leakage, the oil, hydraulic oil come out, so the efficiency of the system will affect highly as and when there is any leakage. But it is not in case of pneumatic system. If there is any leakage, there is very less effect, very less efficiency, decrease in the efficiency, but there is a loss of power. Because if there is no leakage, then once storage reservoir is filled, then the sensor will stop the motor, will stop the compressor. But if there is any leakage, then there is no completely filled in the storage reservoir. Every time air is leaking from that point, so there is no cut in the power, right? So compressor has to work continuously. So you can say power consumption is more, but efficiency, or if I am talking about the efficiency point of view and work done point of view, so there is almost no effect. In case of hydraulic system, valve operations are difficult, but in case of pneumatic system, valve operations are very easy. Hydraulic systems are very heavy in weight because you have to make a storage reservoir where you have to fill the hydraulic oil. So weight of the hydraulic oil and weight of the oil reservoir make the system heavier. While we are talking about the pneumatic systems are lighter in weight because the density of the air is very low. So, and the storage reservoir, the capacity of the storage reservoir is very less. So, or every time you have to use fresh air which is available any time. So you have not to store the air, right? So this makes it lighter in weight. In hydraulic system, various pumps are used to provide pressurized liquid, right? In case of hydraulic system, if you have to increase the pressure or high, so you have to use multi-stage pump. So the multi-stage pump require more electricity or more power to operate, as well as they make the system bulky and heavy, and the reliability of the system decrease as the number of pumps increase. While in case of pneumatic system, only we are using compressor. So in most of the cases, single stage or double stage compressors are used, and if we are using double stage compressor, there is intercooler. which reduce the temperature of the compressed air. So, so in this case, we are using one or two compressor only. So reliability of the system is high. Hydraulic system are unsafe to fire hazards, though the oil does not respond to the fire very quickly. But once the oil catch fire, so it is very tough to extinguish the fire. But in case of pneumatic, the system is free from fire hazards because air is not compressible. Air is a combination of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, etc. So air is not flammable. That's why we can say the pneumatic system is free from the fire hazards. In case of hydraulic system, automatic lubrication is provided because oil is flowing through the pipeline. So whenever oil is flowing, so there is a lubrication. But in case of pneumatic system, there is no automatic lubrication. So special arrangements for lubrication are needed, right? Special arrangements for lubrication are needed. So these are the few we can say difference between or comparison between hydraulic and pneumatic systems, right? If there is any doubt, you can ask, dear friends. If there is any doubt, you can ask also. uh, this lecture is uploaded on the YouTube channel, so you can comment in the YouTube channel, and so that I can make next lectures better. Also, you can subscribe the lecture so that every time you can subscribe my channel, my videos, so that whenever I upload any lecture on the YouTube, you will get the notification. So dear students, thank you very much for listening this lecture. Thank you.